Hello YouTube, this is doplleganger here, bringing another theory testing video in Diarise. In this video we're going to be tackling an idea that no one has asked as far as I can tell, but came into my mind, so I decided to examine it anyway. So, what happens with Who's Who? Okay, now I'm sure most of us will now know what Who's Who does. In solo you revive yourself, pretty straightforward, all that kind of stuff, but are perks affected on solo? And if so, this means this could have a lot of implications for it, because permanent Gyug on Who's Who would be very helpful, because you spawn without Juggernog, potentially on rounds up to 14. Does super revive work on when you're on Who's Who mode? Because it would make reviving yourself a lot easier, especially on solo where you don't have the option of buying a quick revive on your way to yourself. So that's the question. Do permaperks work while you're in Who's Who mode? So the first thing to do was to get super revive. I enlisted one of my friends who's been helping me with this myth busting and theory testing series, and he doubted himself a lot. I revived him a lot until I got the super revive. Then I went on to a game of Diarise, bought myself some Who's Who, and then downed myself. Now, then I tested it by going to myself and reviving myself, and as you can see here, super revive is indeed active. Having super revive does allow you to revive yourself quicker when you're in Who's Who. Now, this is obviously very important, and because it gives one super revive a whole new reason for being in solo. It's incredibly useful for those who rely on Who's Who rather than quick revive to get themselves back up. And two, it means that Who's Who is a whole new benefit, because when you're, even after round 15, when you won't have the super Gyug active, you can still go in and revive yourself very quickly before the other zombies catch up to you, which prevents you having to restart all over again or risk being downed, ending the game altogether. One last thing I have to point out, which is that quick revive doesn't increase your reviving speed when you're using Who's Who. Okay? Quick revive on solo has been completely recoded than from what it is on multiplayer. So even though it should give you the extra reviving speed when you're using Who, and in my opinion it should, because when you have Who's Who, quick revive is now useless. If you're holding them at the same time, it doesn't help. So super revive and super Gyug are both very important upgrades to consider when you're planning on using Who's Who on solo. But until next time, this has been doplleganger. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
It burns!